It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NFL.
You're talking about one of the best, if not the best, quarterback of all time. And his standard and level of play is something that a lot of guys haven't even seen yet. And even this organization, they haven't really been with him on a game day, because being with him on the sideline on a Sunday is different than being with him on camp or being with him in preseason or being with him throughout the week. When the cameras are on and the bullets are flying, everyone's, is just a little bit more turned up a little bit. So he obviously expects the same standard that he holds himself to out of everyone else. And today just didn't resemble that at all.
That's Alan Lazard, wide receiver, talking about Aaron Rodgers, unhappy with the team's sloppy first practice and training camp. Barking at offensive linemen for tripping him. Snaps off target. Day one. Set a tone.
All staged.
All staged.
He was going to do that no matter what. I got to set the tone.
Set the tone.
Cliche.
Set the tone. I've won. You guys haven't. This is how it's done. I am the leader. Follow me. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes says he doesn't feel like he's underpaid despite a number of other quarterback contracts that are bigger than his. Mahomes set to earn $210 million through 2026. He's averaging about $52.5 million, and now the guy's getting $55. But he says communication is good. They reworked the deal, and there's money to spend on other players.
Oh, he makes way more than 52. You kidding me? That's a drop in a bucket for him. All the other stuff he's got going.
No endorsements.
Yeah.
Little endorsement cash on the side.
On the side makes one heck of a living.
Yeah. John Elway said passing on the opportunity to draft Josh Allen in the 2018 NFL Draft was his biggest mistake during his time as the franchise's general manager. Said last year I played golf with him, and I'm wondering how long is it going to take him to realize they passed on him and took Bradley Chubb instead. It took about 2.5 holes. I loved him, but it didn't work out. He was my type. That was probably my biggest mistake.
Well, what they had done there, they had Case Keenum, who was coming off of one good season. And they thought, okay, he's the guy. And that's it. You got to have more than one good one. There's been plenty of. Riley and I were going at it the other day about Jordan Love and going to give him all this money based
on half a good season.
Yeah.
Well, half a great season, but still half.
It makes me wonder, man. Did the guy do enough? But they invested in him. Good for him. But there's been plenty of dudes who've done just barely, and then they don't do anything, Castle, I was telling him about, couldn't think of the name at the time. The Eagles to the Cardinals. His name was Kevin. Was Kolb. Kolb, I think it was. And, he got it.
Former Houston Cougar.
So you just never know as far as that goes. But they gave him that big fat contract. And hopefully for the Packers and Love, he lives up to it. I mean, he's going to get the money either way. But, John Elway, and just because you're a great quarterback doesn't mean you're a great executive. That's been proven. Great player does not lead to great executive. We've seen that a million times. But it'll be fun to follow how things go.
Yeah, Elway ended up being a mixed bag because he was able to get Manning. So for those 4 years, they were riding high. But, man, the next 5 or 6 years, whatever it was after that, it was losing records and no good at all.
Who's not a mixed bag? Who's been perfect?
Arizona Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray says he feels a sense of urgency to start winning now. He's back to full health coming off an ACL injury in rehab. 26-year-old has had just one winning record in his first 5 years. You never know when the game's going to be taken away from you, he said. You'll never know how long you're going to be playing. So my goal is to be the best. Since I was 4 years old, my dream was to quarterback in the NFL, win Super Bowls. That's what I strive to do every single day. Put him on the list of guys who got paid and one winning record.
Yeah, I just don't look at the quarterback as a pitcher here. I mean, there's just too much that goes into it. I've never bought that. He's not on the field for half the time, and even more if you count special teams. So and somehow he's supposed to have a winning record or not have a winning record. I know other people do that, but I don't.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
We
we do have almost a third of the team that's brand new. We had a team meeting last night. We had all the guys that are new to the program stand up, and there was about 35, 40 guys there. So it's a big group of new guys that need to learn how we do things here.
Kyle Whittingham talking about the changes to the roster with the transfer portal and, of course, the freshman class coming in as well. New guys.
So what? Don't be telling me you're not the favorite. You're not the favorite to go to the playoff.
They are
Don't
the
be
favorite.
downplaying expectations.
Yep.
And Cam Rising, don't be telling me you're just another college student. No, you're not. I heard your question. No. You're 25 years old. You're not a college kid.
He's just a college kid.
No, you're not. You're a highly paid
I asked that because I just wondered.
businessman.
That's true. I just wondered what his reaction would be because last year we got to have on Devon Vela came on every week, and he had a chance to come back, and he just had no interest in it, and said the age gap was an important factor in that. So,
well, he wasn't getting paid that kind of money.
He was not.
So he can say whatever he wants, but if he's throwing $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million, Devon
Maybe he could get over it.
Said, yeah. Come here, kids. Let me give you a hug.
Running back is the question mark. Who is the guy? Top of the depth chart right now, Mekhi Bernard, but that can change. They got to sort that out. It seems like everything else is not completely set, but pretty much in place.
Oh, it's set in stone. When they go to Dallas and win that ball game, and they're going to move on. They're packing for business trips. There's no sightseeing.
TCU set to add former Houston and West Virginia head coach Dana Holgorsen to Sonny Dykes' staff in a role that is to be determined. Those two were together on Mike Leach's Texas Tech staff from 2000-2006, so they know each other well.
Oh, yeah.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag NBA.
Jason will play tomorrow. I'm not going to answer your next question, which is if he plays, who doesn't? But we're going to need him. And part of this job for me is to keep everybody engaged and ready.
Steve Kerr, Team USA coach, says his team has an appropriate fear, that's a quote, appropriate fear of South Sudan as the two teams gear up to play tomorrow. Jason Tatum didn't get off the bench in the opener, so somehow they will rework things and get him some playing time.
What drama.
Yeah, you got to have some drama. They blew out the Joker. A win for the U.S. would clinch a spot in the quarterfinals next week.
So is he like a quarterback or a starting pitcher? Now Jokic is 0-1? Is that it?
I think that's a classic.
Yes, that's exactly
That's a classic example.
They blew him out?
They blew him out.
How about his team?
Yeah, well, it was the team because it was all about taking them apart when he went to the bench.
He had 27 and 8 when he was on the court.
Yep.
Oh, you can't have it when you're on the bench.
Well, yeah, but
As Jason Tatum knows.
Giannis Antetokounmpo and Greece. Oh, the chances of advancing in the Olympics. Major blow. Beaten by Spain, 84-77. Greece now 0-2. They're going to They need to win their third game and get some help, tiebreaker, and squeeze into the quarterfinals.
I hope it works out for him. I've long been a fan of Greece.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
One out, Soto at first. Marte's pitch is swung on. Oh, hit in the air to deep left. There it goes, way back. Oh, adios, amigo. Oh, what a shot. Aaron Judge, his second bomb of the night.
And here's Bobby Witt Jr. First pitch. Fastball lifted, deep to left field. Benintendi back on the track. It's out of here. Bobby Witt Jr. delivers a go-ahead grand slam. There goes Gurriel. The pitch swung on, hit well. Deep to right. Back it goes. Gone! Corbin Carroll. A two-run pinch hit walk-off homer.
Diamondbacks get the win, 9-8 over the Nationals, thanks to Corbin Carroll. The Diamondbacks right in the thick of the wild card playoff race. They pick up the W. Also in there, Bobby Witt Jr. with the grand slam as the Royals beat the White Sox 8-3. And Aaron Judge, not one, but two home runs, 39 on the season. Yankees 14-4 winners over the Philadelphia Phillies. Best record in baseball for the Phillies, But the win for the Yankees, who are just a half game behind the Orioles and battling it out in the AL East. Bees, 10 straight wins. The streak is on to the line tonight. They are in Tacoma, actually today, this afternoon. Day game, 1 o'clock, Tacoma Rainiers in Washington. Game will be streaming on our app. And What is Trending is brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. Coming up next, the question of the day. Stay with us.